Today we are going to have a discussion on a new topic, that is arrays. Now, array is a data structure. So we have to see what is a data structure, right? When you enter into your room and when you see your bed full of clothes, you will feel disturbed, right? So what you will do, you will sort it out and keep it in a cupboard. That is what data structures are meant for. Okay. In order to store data in an organized manner, we use data structure. So array is the simplest data structure that we use to keep data in an organized way. Now, what is an array? A definition is named list of finite elements of similar data. So it is a named list. Okay, we will give a name for an array. Finite elements. Okay, the number of elements in an array we should mention. If it is 5, it should be 5. If it is 10, it should be less than or equal to 10. It should not be an infinite list. Then third point is of similar data. Okay, every data that we store in an array should be of same data type. If you declare an integer array, all the elements in that array should be integers. Now, grouping of same type of data items referenced under a common name is called array. And it can also be defined as a collection of consecutive memory locations. What is a consecutive? It means adjacent. So the elements in an array will be stored in adjacent memory locations. What are the advantages of arrays? First one is it is easy to represent and manipulate the data. We can represent the data easily, and in order to manipulate data, manipulation means addition, deletion, searching, etc. So in order to manipulate the data, it is easier if we use the array. Now, it increases the readability of program. Okay, so when we see a program, if we see a particular data structure, an array data structure, when we see the elements later, we can easily recognize that it is an element of an array, and it increases the readability of the. Now, this array can be either single dimensional array or multi-dimensional array. So in single dimensional array, we will be having only one index. Okay, here see the declaration is data type, variable and size. Now, data type, it represents the type of the data that is stored in this variable. If it is an integer array, we will store only integer data here. Now, this is the array name. Okay, name of the array that we are going to give. Then size represents the number of elements contained in the array. So for example, int num of 7. So this is an array with data type integer, and there are 7 elements in that array. Num is an integer array that can hold integer values. The location of each value is denoted by the particular index. So the first value entered will be stored in num of 0, second value will be stored in num of 1, etc. up to num of 7 will contain the 7th, num of 6 will contain the 7th value. Okay, array index always starts from 0. So these 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. are called index or subscript. And keep in mind that it always starts from 0. Let us see array initialization. It can be done in two ways. Either we can directly initialize, okay, initialization along with declaration. Along with declaration, when we declare an array, we can initialize the elements. So int a of I equal to set 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So int a of 0, okay, a with index 0 will contain the value 1, a of 1 will contain 2, a of 2 will contain 3, a of 3 will contain 4, and a of 4 will contain 5. This is initialization along with declaration. Or we can give a direct assignment, like first I am declaring the array int a of 5, then I am assigning values to each element, a of 0 equal to 1, a of 1 equal to 2. So these two possibilities are there for initializing the array. Now reading and displaying the single dimensional array. Now What is the difference between single dimensional and multi-dimensional? Multi-dimensional, we can create a table format of data structure. So for now, we are considering single dimensional arrays. So how we can store values and print values from array? See, either we can initialize each and every value as we saw in the last slide. But if the number is very large, it is better we always use a loop. So for I equal to 0, I less than 5, I plus plus y, because there are 5 elements in the array. So we have to initialize from 0 to 4. I am receiving the value in a of I. So initially I equal to 0. So first element will be in a of 0. Then I increments by 1. So second element will be stored in a of 1, etc. till a of 4 will contain the fifth value. Similarly, same loop can be used for displaying the array. For I equal to 0, I less than 5, I plus plus C out of ai. So when I is 0, a of 0 will be displayed. When I is 1, a of 1 will be displayed. So that is what it is written here. Values entered in the location of array are displayed using a symbol loop and an input and output operator. So let us see an example. It's a program to access marks of students in a class. Okay, if I have 5 students, I am going to enter the marks of 5 students in an array and store it. Okay, so these are the header files, hashing.iostream.h, hashing.conio.h, then our main program. Now clearing the screen. Now I am having 3 variable declarations. I is a loop control variable, n is used for storing the number of students, and a of n is our array. A is the name of the array, and see the index. I am not giving a particular value for as the array size. Instead, I am giving the general value n, so that while doing the program, we will give the input of n to this array of n. Okay, so size is automatically assigned within the program. So first statement is enter the number of students, and I am receiving the number in n. Then enter the marks. Okay, for I equal to 0, I less than and I plus plus c in I. So when I equal to 0, a of 0 will be assigned and the mark will be entered in a of 0. When I equal to 1, second mark will be entered in a of 1. Similarly, third mark will be entered in a of 2. Fourth mark will be in a of 3, and fifth mark will be in a of 4. So enter marks are displayed. As we have discussed, the same for loop is used for output also. So for I equal to 0, I less than and I plus plus C out a of 5. So hope you are clear with this single dimensional array. So in the next tutorial we will have a discussion on multi-dimensional arrays. And this is a sample output of the program. So I have entered the number of students as 5. So I have entered the marks 80, 75, 68, 90 and 85. So output I will get entered marks are 80, 75, 68, 90 and 85. So hope you have got a clear idea on single dimensional arrays. Watching.